With the recent addition to remove confrontational emotes, for example the whip crack emote, if a player has confrontational emotes turned off and someone does one, they just stand there, not doing anything. That's boring. What should happen is if a player has confrontational emotes off, all of those emotes are replaced with the default dance. It's still nice to know that the other player is emoting, and I feel like it's the perfect compromise because while you're still getting emoted on, at least it's funny. Hello, and welcome to Things I Want in Fortnite. After playing the game for a few years, I've come up with a short list of things I feel like would be nice little additions here and there, ranging from big bombastic changes to tiny little things that nobody really cares about. For example, I want the goo gun back in rotation. I miss it. There's a lot of fun weapons in Fortnite that should come back, like the Falcon Scout or the Shockwave Hammer, but the goo gun has a special place in my heart because it's just so stupid. A gun shooting explosive goo is a very dumb idea, and I love it so much. If they aren't gonna bring the goo gun back, make something like the slimy goo gun that makes players slower when they're hit with it or something like that. I just want a goo gun in rotation. Is that too much to ask for? Another thing I want back, shakedowns. Remember in my last video when I said that Vibin was my first season? Yeah, I kinda lied about that. My first actual season was Chapter 2, Season 8, Cubed. I didn't play that much of it, like maybe 20 matches or so. Vibin's when I started getting really into Fortnite, and I've been hooked ever since. But there's one thing I loved about Cubed, and that was shakedowns. In case you don't know what shakedowns are, you could down a member of the enemy team and then steal their map, which would then mark their teammates. This gave an excuse to leave players down. Without shakedowns, when you down someone, you just wait a few seconds and then pop them in the head. But with shakedowns, you could use a down player to your advantage, and then pop them in the head. And with a Chapter 2 OG season basically confirmed, they better bring shakedowns back. I want a free cosmetic to remember each chapter. You know the Herald's emote, right? The one where she pulls out the fushigi? If you look closely, you can actually see the Chapter 2 and 3 islands inside of it. That's really cool! But now that Chapter 4 is come and gone, I wish there was some item I had to remember the Chapter 4 map, just so I could look back and remember the fond memories I have with that season. Fortnite already gives out cosmetics like this, like the Toasty Roast. Even if they make something that's just a reskin of a pre-existing emote, like change the map on the check the map emote, it would still be something to remember the island. And the reason I say that this cosmetic should be free is because there's a lot of players that play Fortnite without spending that much money. Unlike me, they should also get something just for playing the season. And I know that load screens can be nostalgic and they give most of those out for free, but I would love something that's like a cosmetic or an emote to remember each Fortnite island. I want the easy button as a Fortnite emote. You know, the easy button, the button that they had in schools that whenever you do something good, you press it and it'd go,
"That was easy."
Yeah, I want that in Fortnite. It'd be funny. This is Meowscles. His name is Meowscles, a pun on the word muscles and meow, you get it. However, there's apparently people that call this guy Meowsicles. The mispronunciation doesn't bother me at all, but now I want an ice cream version of Meowscles called Meowsicles. Make his face look like one of those Sonic ice cream heads with the funny looking eyes. I know Meowscles already has a bunch of alts, but like, come on, one more couldn't hurt. Or you know they could make it an alt for Meowscles. Look, I'm just saying, another Meowscles skin would make a lot of people really happy. And by a lot of people, I specifically mean me. I want a game mode that has every single anime item in rotation at the same time. All of them. The Nimbus Cloud, the Deku Smash, the Straw Doll, the Kamiya Mama. Hell, bring back the Kunais. I think it would be a really fun and bizarre game mode, similar to Ship It Express a few months back. It'd be a perfect way to do a big collab with Shonen Jump or something like that. I mean, they've already collabed with most of the big IPs from Shonen Jump, so call it something like Shonen Royale and theme it around a big anime battle to see which one's the best. Speaking of anime collabs, where's the JoJo's collab? Like, seriously, how have they not done that yet? There are so many characters that will make perfect skins, and look, even if that doesn't happen, can we at least get a synced emote of the torture dance? Fortnite's already taken stuff from anime without permission before, so just change the music and call it like the Mafia Shuffle or something. If they're not gonna do a full collab, can we at least get this one emote? Starfire. Where is she? She was in the item shop 2 years ago, and she hasn't come back since. Black Adam? I understand why he's not coming back. Raven was a Battle Pass skin, so I know she's not coming back. But what about Starfire? There's literally no reason why she hasn't come back to the shop. What makes this even more confusing is other DC cosmetics have come back to the shop, but not Starfire. Beast Boy, Catwoman, the Batman Who Laughs, they've all come back to the shop, but not Starfire. What makes me the most concerned is now that Disney owns like 2/5 of Fortnite or whatever, I don't know if they're going to keep selling skins from competing companies. Now, I don't play too much of the LEGO mode or Rocket Racing, but I love Fortnite Festival. However, there are a few things that bother me a lot about it. Why can't I pick my band members? Normally I play in solos because everyone just slowly leaves or lags out when playing with randoms and all my friends hate Festival. And whenever you're playing by yourself, the rest of your band is made up of random skins. But there's only like 15 or so skins it could be. Dude, there's like 2,000 skins in this game that you can pick from. Why not add in more skins in this rotation? Or better yet, let me pick the rest of my band members from my locker. I also don't like the fact that your band doesn't change instruments. Like, if you play a song on lead guitar and then you switch to vocals, you suddenly now have 2 people playing vocals. Why not at least re-randomize the band every time I load into stage? It plays the animation every single time, why not change the band every time? Another thing about Festival is that I recently got a Riffmaster. Look at me go. To get the full experience out of it, I also picked up a copy of Rock Band 4 just so I can get some practice with it, and as it turns out, you can still buy a lot of the DLC for Rock Band 4, and oh my god, it's so much cheaper than the stuff in Fortnite. Each jam track costs about 500 V-Bucks. Each. That means that each song is worth about $4.50. You know how much these same songs cost in Rock Band 4? $2. Literally half as much. I know that every so often songs become free to play, but those are constantly rotating in and out, and I want to be able to play my emo songs whenever I want. Also, where the hell is the reset button? It's been 6 months, Epic, why are you having so much trouble adding in a reset button? I know it works because you had it in the game before, why is it still gone after all this time? Look, I get it, when playing with other people, you cannot reset a song. However, I feel like a large amount of people still play in solos, and having a reset button would be really nice. Fortnite, please, please get jam tracks off of my emote wheel! I like to keep my emote wheel as nice and organized as it can be, but with how many jam tracks I have to scroll through pages of them before I can get to my emotes list. Now, Fortnite has a system to help clean up your emote wheel, called archiving. If someone doesn't want a spray on their emote wheel, they can archive it and it won't show up. And you can archive jam tracks and they won't show up on your emote wheel, but only in creative games. In Battle Royale, even if you archive them, they still show up. How do you only solve half the problem? This has been bugging me since the start of Chapter 5. Oh my god, can you do something about it, please? You wanna know what would be a pretty crazy idea? If Fortnite had a story mode. And if you want to hear me ramble about that for way too goddamn long, you can click the video on the screen. I'm doing outros now like a big boy YouTuber. Ooh, I take my job professionally. Anyway, that's it. You can leave.